Hey, what's up everybody? I'm David McGill. Now, one topic that comes up a lot from trucking business owners when they're ready to hire drivers is, should I pay my drivers as employees or should I pay them as 1099 contractors? So in this video, I'm going to answer that question based on the IRS criteria, and I'm also going to talk about what the issues that you can run into by misclassifying these drivers, as well as I'm going to talk about what responsibilities you have as an employer. Now, determining whether or not a driver is a contractor or an employee, you can look to the IRS. They offer guidance on this topic. If you go to the website, type in employees versus contractors, you'll see, different articles that'll come up directly from the IRS, and you can read through some of the criteria, and it'll help give you an idea of whether or not you should classify these drivers as employees or contractors. So what I'm going to do right now is I've already printed off a few pages from the website, and I'm going to go over some of the big questions that I asked myself when I first started my trucking business. Now, one of the main questions you got to ask yourself is, who provides the equipment that the drivers are going to use to get the job done? Now, if you are a company and you purchase a truck, whether you financed it or paid cash, or you went out and rented a bunch of trucks, if you are providing those trucks to the drivers, then that speaks more so to those drivers being employees instead of contractors. So that's a big question. Who provides the equipment? Another big question is, who covers the expenses? Do your drivers have any unreimbursed expenses? If a driver runs into a scale or has to pay a toll out of pocket, do you reimburse the driver for that, or is that an expense that they have to take on themselves? Now, in my situation, there's been times where drivers will get to a toll, and for whatever reason, they'll have to pay for the toll just so that they can get through it. And in that situation, they'll keep their receipts and then they'll provide them to me later, and I'll just go ahead and reimburse them their money for the tolls or for the scale fees. That speaks more so to the drivers are employees of mine. Another important factor is, does the worker have opportunity for profit or loss? If you have drivers working for you and those drivers have the opportunity where they may end up losing money, then that almost seems like a more independent relationship. However, if your drivers come to you and they work for you expecting to make money because you guys agreed on a rate, there won't be any additional expenses that they'll be responsible for, and basically they are working under your direction, then that speaks more so to them being employees as opposed to independent contractors. If you have a job, think about your job for a second. When you go to your employer, do you expect to make money for the day, or is there a possibility that you may go home in the red? Now, as the business owner of your trucking company, you completely understand that you may have a situation where you're going to lose money if your revenue don't exceed your expenses. Now, from the driver's standpoint, are they in the same situation, or do they come to work expecting to make money? That would speak more so to those drivers are W-2 employees of yours. So the way that I interpret the IRS regulation, if I own the equipment, when I hire drivers to drive for my company, then those drivers are classified as W-2 employees. Now, if that's something you're not sure about, and I don't want you to just take my word, then you sit down with a competent accountant or lawyer and explain the situation and take their interpretation and see how they interpret the IRS guidelines when it comes to classifying your workers. Now, hopefully you guys found this video helpful, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, leave a comment below if there's anything you want to share. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you know anybody else who could benefit from this information, make sure you share this video with them. And as always, thanks again for watching.